What the heck is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and listen, this isn't going to be a video, unfortunately, where I just try to say the popular opinion things. I don't really care. I just want to be honest with you guys because that's what I do here, so I want to let you know what my launch experience has been like with the Switch 2. What did I pick up? Do I think it's worth it? Do I think maybe there could have been some more games available at launch, foreshadowing? And I do want to say, I'm not a Nintendo fanboy. I like Nintendo a lot, but only because I like video games a lot. I really don't care where I play them. I just want to have fun playing the games. Nintendo happens to have a lot of franchises that I really enjoy, and I can't play them anywhere else other than a Nintendo console. There is actually one point in particular that the haters have been saying that I actually kind of agree with. Ironically, though, that major criticism that I agree with led to me finding one of the most unexpected delights with the Switch 2 system that I can't wait to share with you guys. Another delight I have is this crazy little Piranha Plant camera, which it's officially licensed, but it's made by Hori. I love this stupid little silly Nintendo stuff, and if you like it too, make sure you smash that like button, and even if you're a hater,
like and subscribe, or Kirby gets it.
no! Whoa, what the heck? I didn't realize that was a feature, but, I guess we should probably go ahead and like and subscribe then, just so Kirby doesn't get shot in the kneecap. Especially because Kirby doesn't have any kneecaps. Anyway, day one, I bought my Switch. I actually opened it on the live stream on this channel where I was helping people get one if they weren't able to get a pre-order. That live stream went over 8 hours. I completely lost my voice. I was dead tired, and I still played Mario Kart World for 5 hours before I went to sleep. It is a fun Mario Kart game. I've already unlocked every character. I've unlocked every outfit for every character. I've played every cup, every knockout tour. I enjoy the game, but it's very disappointing to not have that big single-player launch title. And that was what I was talking about earlier when I said there was that one criticism that I happen to really agree with, and that's the people saying there's no big single-player experience at launch. I wish Mario Kart World, with that big open world, had more of a motivation to do stuff, because it feels like busy work, like it's not a story. Now again, this is a Mario Kart game, and it does being a Mario Kart game very well, but for me, the Switch 2 was lacking that big first-party single-player experience. I know we're getting Donkey Kong next month, which looks amazing, but keep in mind, for the people who got this console on day one, that wasn't there. But I'm actually kind of glad, because I found that single player game. And no, it's not Cyberpunk. It's a game that I think has gone under the radar for a lot of people, which is why I'm very happy I have a YouTube channel so I can shout it from the mountaintops and let you guys know what has made this one of the most fun console launches I've ever experienced. Right after, I make sure everyone watching this video is looking as sexy as possible, thanks to today's sponsor, Geology. And don't worry, I'll make this quick so we can get to the good stuff. But here's the thing, taking care of your skin is also the good stuff. Because taking care of your skin makes your skin look healthier, which makes you look healthier and a lot more sexy. Luckily, if you've never done it before, Geology makes it incredibly easy. Go on their website and take their quiz. You answer a few simple questions and they come up with a routine for you specifically. It's amazing how affordable a 4-step routine ends up being, and if you use my code JakeRandall or scan the QR code, you can get 70% off plus a free gift. So it's at least worth going to the website to check it out, and if you do end up getting one, I also like how they put the step number on each bottle, so even if you lose the instructions, you can't ever mess it up. I really like not only having clearer skin, but also having much less visible bags under my eyes from all those long gaming sessions, which I'm sure you can relate to. When you look healthier, you do look more attractive. So take care of your skin, check out Geology, and also check out that game that I was talking about. That game that I put almost 50 hours into, despite the fact that I've been working 15-hour days every day running my bakery lately, is Fantasy Life. And it saved the Switch 2 launch. Not only saved it, but made it one of the best launches I've ever experienced. I can't put the game down. If it wasn't for Geology, I for sure would just look like a raccoon right now. And as I describe the game to you, especially for those who it's not on your radar yet, I am kind of trying to sell it to you. But not because I'm sponsored by them or anything, just because I think it is truly one of the greatest games to come out in years. And I think that some people looking at it, it kind of blends in with a lot of other like cozy games, and you might not think it's for you. But I gotta say, partner, hold that thought. Don't judge a book by its cover. It plays a lot more like a modern Ocarina of Time, but like if you take Ocarina of Time and then if you remember Tarrytown in Breath of the Wild, where you could build up your own town within a Zelda game, it's much more like that. It's much more like a Zelda that takes those Animal Crossing elements than it is the other way around. And it feels good. Like there was one point in this game where I was going through a forest and it literally felt like a more modernized Ocarina of Time. Imagine Ocarina of Time where you could play as Link and you have bombs, you have bow and arrow, you have sword and shield, but then you have a magician class, or you have a mercenary class where you could switch to a two-handed greatsword. And Ocarina of Time has those different options as well. You can do the two-handed sword with no shield, but you don't have dedicated things where you can craft all the weapons and equipment for all of those different things. So imagine if we had all of the crafting of Breath of the Wild built into Ocarina of Time. But then there's all these other aspects to it and all these other genres that mesh together. And I feel like in some games that try to do that, it feels like it's a jack of all trades, master of none. But with Fantasy Life, every genre it commits to, it does well, and they feel great. So it just ends up feeling like this awesome adventure game, like a 3D Zelda, with all these other things added to your Zelda game that are completely optional. So you can play it the way that you want to play it, but the story drives you forward. And the way that the level up system works, it's so addictive, it feels so right. My problem with Animal Crossing, similar to Mario Kart, there's no motivation, there's no story, there's nothing to drive you forward. And in Fantasy Life, it has all this great gameplay, all these addicting elements, and it also has the motivation. So it is the perfect Switch 2 launch title. It was originally going to be a Switch exclusive, but thankfully Level 5 put it on everything. It's on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, so wherever you want to play it, go play it. It's just a fantastic game in general. Well, this isn't a full review of Fantasy Life. I just want to say, if any of that sounds appealing to you, I would recommend going and watching a couple reviews so you can get a much better idea of what the game is like. But the one thing that I didn't even mention, like kind of the key gimmick with this game, is when you get put into it, you have different lives that you can choose from. Like you could be a woodcutter, chopping down trees, fisherman catching fish, or choose a crafting life like a blacksmith so you can make better weapons to help a combat life like a magician or a mercenary or a paladin. And the secret to this game is you actually want to get all of the lives and you can change through them instantly. It makes it super easy. So you level up all 14 of these lives separately, but they complement each other really well, like the blacksmith obviously being able to help craft weapons for the combat classes, and the fisherman can catch a lot of great fish for the cook job. So all these things kind of interconnect, and it keeps such a strong variety of the game where none of it feels like busy work. In a way, it kind of is, but it feels great. Like you just don't want to stop. It kind of is like catching Pokemon or leveling up Pokemon, where I guess in a way it's kind of a grind, but if you're like playing Pokemon Red and Blue back in the day and you're just trying to catch as many as you can, it just feels fun. It just feels good. You're not like, oh, this is such a chore. If you want to go straight through the game and only catch 6 Pokemon, you can. Not to mention, this game basically has a second game built in where there's this additional area that unlocks at the beginning of the game that's basically just Breath of the Wild. And you never have to go there if you want the entire game, because some people don't like Breath of the Wild. So that's just like a completely optional thing. But if you like that kind of thing, it's basically a whole other game built into this entire game. So it's 2 games for 1. I can't recommend Fantasy Life enough, and if you haven't checked it out and you're waiting for Donkey Kong, go play Fantasy Life right now. The experience of playing it does it justice that me talking about it could never do. So that's been my Switch 2 launch experience in a nutshell, is a little bit of Mario Kart and a whole lot of Fantasy Life. And I wanted to test other games and talk more about the hardware, the new Joy-Cons. And I am going to talk about that in future updates that kind of relate to it, future videos I mean. But the fact that Switch 2 has come out and I've only been playing 2 games, I couldn't be happier. You know, when you find that special game that's just an absolute gem, you don't need to be cycling through a bunch of other games. And it is nice that when I want to take a break, there is that really fun multiplayer game there. And when I finally get to the end of Fantasy Life, or I want to change it up with a different single experience while I take a little break from it, we're going to have Donkey Kong next month, then Pokemon Legends EA, Metroid Prime 4. I'm going to be eating good. Let me know down below what your Switch 2 experience has been like. If you picked one up, if you didn't, why you did or why you did not, what game you've been playing the most, if you're going to check out Fantasy Life, and what game you're looking forward to the most. I will see you guys on the next video. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thank you for making sure Kirby doesn't get shot by hitting that like button.